Welcome back, book talk enthusiasts, to another exciting episode of Dragons and Spaceships, where we shine a spotlight on all of the sci-fi and fantasy books that are taking the platform by a storm. I'm your host, Brandi, and today we are diving into a fantasy novel that has made some serious waves since its release, Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This debut novel is filled with everything we love: epic world building, slow burn romance, and yes, dragons. If you're a fan of intricate magic and fierce female protagonists, stick around because this book has it all. But before we dive into this book, as always, let's take a look at the Realm and Galactic rankings, where we highlight a currently trending sci-fi or fantasy book. Today, we are highlighting the Jasad Heir by Sara Hashem. This debut novel kicks off the Scorched Throne series, introducing us to a world where forbidden magic is resurfacing and ancient kingdoms clash. This book is an engaging mix of magic, royalty, and hidden legacies, perfect for fans of An Ember in Ashes. Have you already read this trending book? What did you think of it? Should we discuss it in the podcast? Let us know in the comments. Okay, back to our book. Let's kick things off with a quick overview. Spark of the Everflame is the first book in the Kindred's Curse saga, and it introduces us to DM Bellator, a young woman from a poor village. DM lives in a world ruled by the Descended, the children of gods who hold immense power over mortals. DM, feeling trapped and yearning for something more, finds herself tangled in a world of dangerous politics, love, and secrets that could change everything for her family and all mortal kind. It's a classic setup with a fresh twist. DM's journey explores her search for power and purpose, but it's layered with an enemies to lovers romance that makes the stakes feel even higher. The book weaves in themes of loyalty, courage, and self-discovery against a world full of intrigue. Now let's talk about characters, because this story would be nothing without the chemistry and tension between DM and her love interest. DM starts as an underdog. She's got quite a spirit, but she's up against forces way beyond her control. She's determined, clever, and fiercely loyal, which makes her relatable even in a world of gods and magic. Then there's her counterpart, a powerful Descended whose identity adds layers of mystery to the story. This is where the slow burn enemies to lover trope really shines. Their relationship is full of tension, misunderstandings, and sparks. And as they navigate this dangerous world together, you get to see them slowly shift from enemies to something more. It's that classic grumpy sunshine dynamic with lots of depth, and the payoff is absolutely worth it. One of the things that really sets Spark of the Everflame apart is the world Penn Cole has created. Inspired by mythology, the story is built around the concept of the Descended, beings born from gods who now rule over the mortals. It feels almost like an ancient legend with a mix of Greek and Roman mythology vibes. The world building is rich and detailed, but it's never overwhelming. You get to explore different facets of the universe, from political power struggles between the Descended to darker aspects of the magic system. And yes, there are dragons. Dragons in this world aren't just creatures. They're symbols of power and mystery tied to the Descended rulers. It's like stepping into a legend that's come to life. All right, let's break things up with a few fun facts about Sparks of the Everflame. This book was released in October 2024 and shot up the charts, making it to the New York Times and USA's Today's bestseller list right out the gate. Not a bad start for a debut novel, right? Spark of the Everflame is already translated into more than a dozen languages, which is a huge accomplishment. Penn Cole has created a world that's resonating with readers all over. The story has that beloved enemies to lovers romance, and fans of A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Throne of Glass are loving the chemistry between DM and the mysterious Descended counterpart. This book is only the beginning. Spark of the Everflame is the first in the Kindred's Curse saga, with the second book, Glow of the Everflame, continuing DM's story. So there's plenty more to look forward to in this universe. Spark of the Everflame dives into some pretty powerful themes, especially around loyalty and identity and the strength we find in ourselves. DM's journey isn't just about survival, it's about discovering who she is and what she stands for in a world that feels stacked against her. It's a story about courage, and Penn Cole handles it with the balance of action and emotion that makes each twist feel personal. The tone is adventurous with a touch of darkness. There is this constant tension, especially with the descended and the looming political dangers, but it's balanced by moments of humor, romance, and hope. You get all the intensity of a high-stakes fantasy, but with an emotional depth that keeps you invested in DM's journey. So, should you add the Spark of the Everflame to your reading list? Absolutely. If you're into fantasy worlds with intricate magic systems, strong female leads, and romantic tension, this book is a perfect choice. It's got that classic high fantasy feel with fresh twists that make it stand out in the genre. Plus, the mix of action, intrigue, and romance will keep you flipping pages. This book's success isn't just a hype, it's a testament to how immersive and captivating Penn Cole's world really is. And knowing there's a whole saga to come makes it even more exciting. The Kindred's Curse saga has all the makings of an epic journey. So if you haven't picked it up yet, now's the time. Well, that's it for today's episode on Spark of the Everflame. I hope this gave you a good taste of what's in store and got you excited to dive into DM's world. Whether you're in it for the dragons, the romance, or the epic journey, there's something for everyone in this book. Don't leave yet though. Before we go, today we have our 2 other segments to go over. First, we have Dragon's Roar. In today's Dragon's Roar, we are diving into the latest drama or news in the book industry. I have some exciting news for those of you who are fans of the Chestnut Springs series. Fairy Loot finally announced their special editions of the entire Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. Pre-sale for these will be on December 17th, 2024, and they are gorgeous. Go check it out. Next, we have the Sorcerer's Scrolls, where we look at some forthcoming fables and quests you can embark on soon. Today, we are going to talk about Celestial Sympathy by N.K. Jemisin. If you are a fan of N.K. Jemisin, get ready, because she's back with something incredible. Her brand new series kicks off with the Celestial Sympathy, and it's set to release in 2025. After giving us masterpieces like the Broken Earth and Inheritance trilogies, Jemisin is taking her storytelling into space this time. Celestial Sympathy plunges us into a galaxy where a distant colony is fighting for survival under the rule of ancient celestial beings. It's got everything you expect from Jemisin: rich world building, intense power dynamics, and those thought-provoking themes that keep you hooked. From what we're hearing, it's going to be an ambitious, mind-bending mix of sci-fi and fantasy that you won't want to miss. So mark your calendars for 2025. This one's bound to be epic. Well, that's it for today's episode of Dragons and Spaceships. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the realms and the starships. If you have read The Spark of the Everflame, let me know what you think. And if you're planning to start it, drop us a message about what you're most excited to see. Don't forget to subscribe for more book talk, reviews, and updates on all things fantasy and sci-fi. And don't forget to find us on social media for more quick and engaging book reviews and recommendations. Until next time, happy reading, stay curious, keep exploring the fantastical and the futuristic, and may your TBR pile never stop growing.